Hey guys, I'm Andrew, also known as Iron Android, and I love to talk about movies and TV shows way too much. With that being said, in today's video, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 favorite childhood movies of all time, from the worst to the best, and I would love to hear your guys' rankings in the comments down below. In 10th place, I have Ratatouille. Rewatching it, it was hard for me to watch just because the entire time I was watching it, I was just wondering how long of this movie I have left. It was not interesting, the character development was awful, and Remy was just annoying the entire time. And everything like that was just bad, and I did not like this movie. It's not interesting after a rewatch, which is why I rate it a 2 out of 10. In ninth place, I have Monsters Inc. This is an okay movie, but I just feel like Mike Wazowski was just mistreated a lot throughout the entire movie by his longtime best friend, Sully, and a random child that he found. And everything was just beyond that. And Mike Wazowski was the only one logical in the group. And I also really enjoyed Randall and everything, but I was not expecting that Mr. Waldenus was helping Randall and everything at the end of the movie. That was kind of shocking to me, which I think was cool. And I think this movie is a solid 4 out of 10. In eighth place, I have High School Musical. I watched this when I was younger, and obviously on a rewatch is not the best, but most of it is nostalgic based for me, and I still watch it from time to time just because I love musicals. And I did genuinely think that this is what high school was like for the longest time, but obviously it's not. And if you're a younger kid and everything, I do recommend watching it. But if you've seen it like me and you think the same thing as me, cool. I will say I did wish I was Troy Bolton in this movie, but other than that, I rate this a 5 out of 10. In seventh place, I have Spy Kids. This movie is a fun ride. It is silly, entertaining, and enjoyable. It is for all age groups, and it doesn't take itself seriously, even for 1 second, which I think is kind of cool. The story was silly, fun, and good. The screenplay was good. The direction was good for the type of the story it was telling, and performance-wise, it was phenomenal. You will enjoy the characters. My favorite scene in this movie is the playground fight scene, and the CGI in this movie from the CGIs we have nowadays that is just rushed and everything makes the CGI in the back 2000 days to look phenomenal, which is kind of mind blowing to me. But other than that, I rate this a 6 out of 10. In sixth place, I have Alvin and the Chipmunks. This movie is honestly overhated in my opinion. I mean, it's not the greatest, but I mean, it's definitely one of the better live action movies based on cartoons. It tells a funny story on how Dave met the Chipmunks and how they became an internet overnight sensation of musical artists. It is even has an underrated message about what it's like in the music industry, and there's a lot of people to seem to miss that. The movie can be a bit too silly at times, and the Chipmunks can sound annoying at times, but it's completely harmless, so I rate it a 6.5 out of 10. In fifth place, I have Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Diary of a Wimpy Kid is not just a book or a movie, it is a story about a kid who learns that genuine friendship and loyalty is more important than becoming famous or getting popular in school. The movie may be intended for kids, but it teaches very important life lessons that even adults could learn. Zachary Gordon steals the show with his portrayal as great, analyzing witty lines and powerful narration to illustrate the growth of an underground gone by the sixth grader during his first year of middle school. Hands down, this is the best scene in this movie is the final where Greg and Rowley pretend to fight and the bullies try to make them eat the cheese and everything like that. But other than that, I rate this a 7 out of 10. In fourth place, I have The Incredibles. One of the strongest aspects of The Incredibles is its well crafted plot. The film follows the story of a family of superheroes who are forced to live like normal people after the government bans all superheroes' activities. However, when a new villain emerges, they must come together to save the day. The narrative is both exciting and provoking throughout the entire movie, exploring themselves of a family identity and the importance of embracing one's true self, which I found super satisfying. The script is cleverly written, blending humor, action, and heartfelt moments, and everything about it is so peak, which is why I rate it an 8 out of 10. In third place, I have Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda is an absolute delight. The animation is vibrant, the action sequences are exciting, and the voice cast, especially Jack Black as Po, brings so much personality to the character. The movie blends humor, heart, and kung fu wisdom in a way that appeals to both kids and adults. While the story follows a familiar underdog path, its charm and stunning visuals make it stand out. A fun and inspiring journey that definitely is worth watching. So I rate it a 8.5 out of 10. In my runner-up spot, I have Shrek. Shrek is a bold and breathtaking movie for the audience that likes fairy tales and everything. And every twist and turn surprises you, and it delights every single audience who watches the movie. The film opens with Shrek tearing out pages of a storybook and using them as toilet paper, which I think is kind of funny. And the opening scene is the most iconic scene in any Shrek movie, and it really sets the tone for the movie. And it's entertaining and deeply refreshing, challenging, and to rethink that there are nations of heroism, beauty, and true love within, and everything in between. So I rate it a 9.5 out of 10. But in first place, I have Toy Story. This was my childhood movie, and I have to say it aged pretty phenomenally. The animation is a little dated, but by today's standards, in terms of how the people look, but it still looks fantastic. The jokes are still funny. I find it funny how in one scene, Mr. Potato Ted mentioned for Woody to kiss his butt while he's making a speech. The characters we learn to care for are fun to watch still, and the story is simple yet still interesting. Woody is well meaningful, but yet he's uptight, and the leader feels threatened by the delusional hotshot Buzz Lightyear, who just comes down and just takes the glory from him. It doesn't take long for them to butt heads, but lead into somewhere several hilarious scenes and everything about it. But in the end, they work together and become friends. I don't know what else to say other than check it out for yourself if you haven't already. But I rate this a phenomenal 10 out of 10. But with that being said, guys, I'm Andrew, also known as Iron Android. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single upload. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my gaming channel and my TikTok. Link will be in the description for both of those things. But with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.